Hi YouTube, it's been a while, and one of the reasons it's been a while is that I'm a hobbyist. I'm not a mechanic, I do this in my spare time. So I thought I'd do something a bit different today and I would talk about some of the tools I use because I think that the tools I use will help other hobbyists. And today I'm going to talk about my favorite tool, the tool that's helped me the most, which is my mid-rise lift. I purchased this lift from Tough Lift in Melbourne, Victoria, in case anyone wants to know where I got it. I found them very good to deal with, but this isn't sponsored. I purchased this with my own money. So with that out of the way, I'm not going to talk about the specific model of mid-rise lift. I'm just going to talk about mid-rise lifts in general, what they're good at, what they're bad at, and why I picked this over something a bit more common like, say, a quick jack. So yeah, let's get to it. A couple of things to look out for when you're purchasing a mid-rise lift. Number one is safety. You need to have hard stops on any lift that you're intending to work underneath. Not all mid-rise lifts will have hard stops. In fact, not all scissor lifts. Part of the reason is that not all scissor lifts are intended to be worked from underneath. Mid-rise lifts in particular are often used by detailers and people doing bodywork where there is no reason for them to go under the car, so they don't have hard stops. You will find that some of the cheaper units don't have hard stops. Always look for it. These, once the system is de-energized, cannot be released by accident. So the main reason that I picked a mid-rise lift over something more common like a scissor jack is because of height. This gets me just over 1 meter off the ground, which is enough for me to get under the car comfortably, reach everything that I need without having to be on my back. Using something like a hydraulic table, I can do pretty much any job, gearboxes, engines, diffs, subframes, without having to struggle or try and prop things up in really awkward or dangerous ways. The raised height of a portable lift causes one other issue as well. What happens is that as the car is reversing off the lift, it has to pull the front wheels up, which puts a little bit of a drag on it. It has a tendency to spin the rear wheels, particularly if you've got an LSD, which I do in all of my cars, and you get a little bit of tire marring just at the back of the ramp. Not a huge issue, you can clean it off, but if you care more about the cleanliness of your floor than your ability to work on the cars, maybe quick jacks are better suited for what you're doing. Another reason why I wanted a mid-rise lift over something that's full height, because you can get full height scissor lifts and you can also get single post lifts that will fit in a normal garage, is that it doesn't hit the roof. This is its maximum height, and yes, it's very snug, but it fits without me having to worry about accidentally going too far and hitting the roof. Another thing to keep in mind when purchasing a scissor lift is how the center is braced. This can change a lot between different models, as well as whether or not it's a portable model like this one, or one that is recessed into your garage floor. In this case, these braces will obstruct the center of the vehicle, or the center of mass of the vehicle, and depending on the work you're doing, that may or may not be a problem. You may need to turn the car around, for example, in order to access different parts of the vehicle, whether it's the engine or transmission. So definitely something to look for. This one I've never had any issues in how I access things. I can get a trolley underneath the front and the rear, and I can get enough access to the gearboxes on my other cars on this lift, so it's been very good for me.